Disclaimer: we are unqualified and unapologetic. We are not professionals, just married. Take what works, leave what doesn't. Let's do this.
Sessions and lessons unscripted. Oh yeah. Where the groove gets lifted. Ooh, don't miss it. Clap your hands, lean in. We're gifted.
Hi.
Why do you have to be so loud?
I don't know. Hey, we're still working on the intro. Anyways, this is Joel. What's going on? Host of Sessions and Lessons Unscripted. And of course, across from me, the very, what word do I want to use?
Annoyed?
Annoyed. You're annoyed? I should say I'm annoyed. Anyways, Gloria Rosario, everyone. Yay.
Hey, applause. Hello, everybody. How's it going?
I have an applause button, but I don't know if it got it dialed in just right.
Oh.
So I don't use it.
So why mention it?
Because I want to use it. I wish I could play music on here. That would be awesome. I always wanted to be able to play music. I don't know how some of these people do it. Like play music, and people out there, welcome. Thank you for listening. I guess I still am I'm a nerd anyways, but a music nerd. I even, DJ'd, played drums in the band, whatever. But anyways, so, we've discussed it before. I've always been wanting to do like, radio DJing. It would be awesome if we could play some songs or music here. Maybe we should reach out to like unsigned bands or local bands. I don't know. What do you think?
I think we should make our own music.
And what are you going to play?
The maracas.
I don't have maracas. I gave them away. I don't know. We'll figure something out. So for the one person that's still listening to us.
Thank you for staying.
So how are you, Gloria? How you been?
Okay, for the most part. Just, I guess, going through the motions of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
You still haven't, I think this is the week you're going back to work, or you're at least going into the office.
Yeah, I'm going into the office tomorrow.
Mhm.
We need to discuss my schedules and my openings and stuff like that.
So let me ask you this. How do you think you're going to do getting back to, I guess, like the daily, now that it's going to be changed? How have you thought about that?
Not really. I'm trying not to think about it too much because, when you overthink things, you come up with scenarios that'll most likely not happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna take it one day at a time. That's all I can do.
Well, yeah.
I have to get into the rhythm of things. So, in the beginning, I think I'm gonna start just with about like 20 hours to see, if I fit in with certain clients or not.
Mhm.
It's gonna take a while before I'm like full time,
Right.
but it's not gonna be like months or anything. It'll just be maybe a week or two until they figure out where I can fit in.
Right.
I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. I'm anxious to get out there and go back to work, obviously, but like you said, this is a big change.
Mm-hmm.
I was with the same person for 14 years.
Right.
Basically my whole life, even before then. I've come to terms and acceptance that, my grandmother's no longer here,
Mhm.
and that,
Yeah.
I need to kind of not necessarily move on, but start taking steps to move forward,
Right.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I know it's not easy, because it was very weird when after I went through my thing and I went back to work, it was very awkward. You don't know if people are going to ask you questions, and if they haven't seen you, they're going to start, talking about it. And at that point, you're kind of trying to move on, just get back to normality again.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
Well, I mean, the good thing about the job that I have currently, is that I don't see other coworkers like on a regular basis. They don't know me on a personal basis.
Mm,
It's a hello goodbye type of thing.
right.
The only people that I really have communication with are the owner of the company,
Mm,
and the supervisor and the office manager. So basically I just deal with them,
right.
which is kind of good that I don't have a lot of people to like explain why I've been out of work for a while.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, obviously they're gonna ask me, basic questions. How am I doing? She was a client of theirs for, I think 5 years, 5, 6 years that we've been with this company.
Mm,
So they've gotten to know me and my family pretty well, or at least me and my mom and my grandma.
right.
Um, so yeah, like I said, I'm not looking forward to it. I really, to be honest, I didn't want to go back into the same line of work, but
Which I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised that you are. And I told you, I mean, maybe it's time for a change. I mean, I support you 120%.
yeah.
So whatever you want to do, whatever you think is right, let's do it. I want you, well, for sure I want you to be happy. I want you to be well. I want your mental state to be good. So
Right.
it's like will I will support you no matter
Oh, I
what.
know. But the thing is like, I've been with them for 5 years already.
Mm,
To start somewhere new with new bosses, new coworkers, it would be too much for me right now. At least these supervisors and the manager and the owner already know, like me personally,
yeah.
on a one-to-one basis. Um, who knows? Maybe I might work here for 3 months and decide, maybe this isn't it.
Well, like you said, just take one day at a time.
Right. And that's my plan. Just take one day at a time.
Right.
I know I'm probably gonna get upset at some point, because now it's back to, I guess, the new norm, and I'm not used to
Right.
the new norm. But I don't know. We'll just take it one day at a time, like I said.
Well, I'm here for you, and I know uh, the rest of the family is here for you, so don't hesitate.
Of course not. And again, I want to take the time, and I know I probably mention it every time, but I really genuinely do appreciate everybody who has reached out and just been there and just, I'm horrible at communication, as I've stated many times.
Mm.
Um but thank you sincerely, to you, to my family, to, the friends that I do have that have just kind of been in the background just checking up on me to see if I'm okay. So I really appreciate it. It makes me feel good.
Well, we appreciate you, Gloria.
Absolutely, you better. So humble.
So, guys, we're kind of excited because Gloria and we've been doing this podcast thing for almost a year, probably. When did we start?
I don't know. It's been
April. Well, I started a little bit before Gloria came on, but the podcast, I had a vision for it in my head a certain way, and when I when I got the guts to do it, finally do it, it was okay, but not great, and the tone wasn't really what I was looking to do. And my intent was to have Gloria join me anyways eventually. She says I was only gonna be on one or two episodes, but now look at her. She's a superstar.
no,
She's a natural.
it's crazy. Like I said, I started off being very uncomfortable being, with the mic and
Well, yeah,
all that. And now that we're kind of slowly evolving, it's turning into more than I anticipated, which is great.
right.
I'm always down for a new adventure or whatever. But
Well, this is a lot of fun. I mean, it's getting more and more fun.
yes, and as time goes on, we start talking about other projects individually and together that we want to work on.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited. We're taking our time with stuff. But as the year comes to an end, maybe next year, early next year.
Yeah, we're gonna start kicking out some new stuff.
Yeah.
And also, kind of in the same vein, we have some other things that we have in the works right now. I have a personal project that I'm I'm not going to discuss at this moment. And Gloria's got a few things up her sleeve, and like she said, we'll reveal it when it's time. It's all fun stuff, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Um, we're still fairly new at this stuff, and we're still learning as we go and stuff. Hopefully, you guys are entertained at some point and are getting something out of this. Like we stated before, we did this podcast to kind of give people a breather, but still kind of put their problem out there, their issue out there, our issues out there. Life is already serious as it is, and I mean, it could be, you know, overbearing and overwhelming. And Gloria and I sometimes, and yes, we're adults, and you gotta, treat things a certain way, but life's not shouldn't be all gloom and doom and like, oh, I gotta get myself out of this dark spot. You know what I mean? Like you gotta lighten up a little bit and see the humor in some stuff because humor will help you.
Oh, definitely.
And like, I'm not saying neglect things and kind of sweep them under the rug or make light of them in that sense, but I'm just thinking that, you know what, we are all going through the same things. A lot of us have common, like,
Issues.
yeah, I mean, we can just discuss them and still kind of joke around and like help each other out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't take yourself too seriously all the time. You have
Yeah.
to give yourself a break and a release from the tension of
Right,
the
exactly.
daily life, and that's kind of what we're here for. We're here to serve you guys and to kind of just banter and rant back and forth and just have fun with it.
Right, exactly. You very well put, Mrs. Rosario.
Yes, I'd be smart.
So, with that said, one thing that we were talking about is eventually maybe having guests on here, and we kind of a little fourth wall backstage behind the scenes. We did at one point have a guest on here, but the microphone didn't work. I told you we're still new at this,
That was such an awesome
and it was
episode,
great
and I
too.
am so sad that it didn't turn
Work.
out. Yes.
But you know what? It's a learning experience, and we get to try it again,
Yes, and eventually we'll have her back on. So,
right? And then so I guess that's one thing we kind of let out of the bag. Eventually, we would like to have people on here, or whatever, just kind of collaborate with people and whatnot. And speaking of, Gloria and I had the honor of being on a podcast just yesterday, and it was really fun. Actually, and I admit I was kind of nervous.
I was kind of nervous too, just because I hate being on camera. And I do a lot of movements with my face when I'm like fidgety, and I cannot sit still for like 10 minutes.
Ain't that the truth?
So I was like, kind of wiggling around trying to I'm listening and I'm focused, but I hate to just be still. I always have to be moving.
And then just so you guys know, this is kind of a little funny side note about this yesterday. So Gloria ended up going in another room because the way we have our little podcast studio set up, we would have probably had feedback and echoing and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
interference and all of that.
So she decided, you know what, let me go in the other room and then you could stay in here. And it worked well. But the cat kept attacking her feet while she was on the air. And she said she was trying very hard not to like be shooing the cat or kind of just moving the cat out of the way.
This little bastard just, she irks me.
She
Because
wanted attention at the wrong time.
I have to force her to cuddle with me.
Uh,
And out of all the days that I'm trying to like focus on something, she's batting at my feet, she's clawing at my leg,
she's
biting
biting
my
her,
toe.
yeah, biting her
I
ankle.
was like, man, I want to kick the crap out of this cat. I mean, obviously I wouldn't, but I was trying to keep a straight face and I'm kind of like moving around and stuff.
Then another funny note on this. Actually, by the way, you guys can watch it on YouTube. We'll talk about it more in a little bit, but there was a point where Gloria's in the other room and it's starting to get dark out. So she's losing light, and while you watch this, you can see the light diminish. And I'm looking and I'm like, what is she doing? So I'm texting her. I said, Glo, turn on the light. No answer. Turn on the light.
I was using my
No
phone
answer.
and see, and I didn't hear the dings because first off, I had my phone off because I didn't want somebody to call me during uh the interview, and then I was using the flashlight on my phone
Mm.
to kind of light, and I didn't want to be rude and get up and like leave the screen and then turn the light on. So I'm like trying to work with it. I noticed that it's dark. I was like, oh man, what do I do?
So then this is what, like 6 messages in. Gloria, turn on the light. Light. Then I would just keep typing light, light. And I must have sent that at least 20 times.
No, it was like 6 times that he sent it.
And then it would irk me so bad. I just, turned my camera off, got up, and I went and turned on the light. Oh my, and it was like
And
a million times
you
better.
hear me say thank you.
Yeah. Oh my God. Other than that, it went pretty well, I think.
It did. I was just trying to like focus and stuff. It's so hard for me to focus for too long.
Huh?
Huh? What'd you say?
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, so guys, you can watch that on YouTube. I think you can listen to it online also. So it was the podcast that we were on was called Living by Oak Values, or Northman Coaching. It's a gentleman that I had met on TikTok. I'm part of this little community of people that get together on there, talk and share things, and great people. I mean, all you guys, if you're listening, thank all of you for the support and the kindness and all of that stuff. Great people. And the gentlemen's, the guys that are running the podcast and Northman Coaching is Gary Holtz and Robert Burton. Uh, Gary Holtz is mainly who I speak to and friends with on the socials, and he is known as Superior Mailman on TikTok, and he's always posting vids and great content. And they're about living by your core values and how to be a better person. And like I said, their content is really great. And you can also find them on YouTube, right? They're under Northman Coaching.
Yeah.
And I think if you look up Oak Values, you may be able to find them as well. And yeah, so Gary is, I believe he was in the military before, and he's divorced, has a daughter, and he's made it like a life mission or something he's very passionate about, to help others and help people be better people, particularly men that are going through some stuff. And they offer some classes, and I know there's a free consultation as well. So if you guys head over to northmencoaching.com, and you can contact either Gary or his partner Rob, and they'll give you a free consult, and there's other things like that. And yeah, you guys go check out on Spotify or any other platform. It's called Living by Oak Values, and you'll see them on there.
Yeah, they were really nice. They asked a lot of good questions. Like I said, we were both kind of a little nervous because it was our first time videoing
Being interviewed.
interviewed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
But it was fun.
Really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, both Gary and Robert are great guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I telling you, go listen to them, go watch them. Yes, please.
Tell them we sent you.
Tell them that we sent you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you guys go to, northmancoaching.com. Search Living by Oak Values. You can also go on, like I said, YouTube. YouTube, you can actually watch our video. They also do lives. And there's also, Gary had just told me about this. It's like a get together that a bunch of males do on Thursday nights. I'm sorry, I don't have all the details because I just kind of learned about it yesterday. I can always post it on the blog or put on the socials and just spread the word. But they also offer that kind of thing too. So if there any of you guys out there, are going through some stuff or want to just get together with other guys, kind of talk it out, right?
Yeah. A lot of times we overlook men's mental health.
Yes,
You know, Men are supposed to be strong leaders and just never falter or, deviate.
right.
But in reality, they're just as human as we are. So uh yeah, check them out. They seem like pretty nice people and hopefully we'll meet again at some point.
Of course. And so the subject we were talking about is how to be a rock and not a rug
Right.
for the other person. So they were kind of grilling us about that. And it was a good discussion, I think. What do you think, Gloria?
Definitely. I didn't know what to expect because it's geared towards men, but I felt included, so it was nice.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, they wanted the female perspective. And who better than Gloria Rosario?
Oh, I don't know. I can think of a few people offhand, but happy to do it.
Yeah, but it was a great discussion. And then obviously, like after we were done and Gloria and I kind of talked about it more and it kind of triggered that discussion, you know,
Right.
like, you know, in a relationship, like it's funny because Gloria and I are like, man, it's just weird how we're like,
Two peas in a pod.
yeah, we're like cut from the same cloth. And I care very much for Gloria. I would never want to harm her in any way. And I always want to provide and make sure she's good, right? Like, and most guys out there listening will probably agree with me. You want to make sure that your female's taken care of, and I don't mean Gucci bags and Louis Vuitton red bottoms.
He's lucky I'm not into those things, to be honest.
She is into fragrances though.
I am, and those are pretty hefty sometimes.
No, if we spring for the more nicer stuff,
Yeah,
but that's few and far between.
I know, but I still like them.
But yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, you always want to make sure your partner's good, both ways.
And it's a mutual thing,
Yeah.
too. It's not just him providing for me or,
And also I respect the hell out of Gloria, even though I give her a hard time sometimes,
sometimes.
once in a while. Every
Be honest.
every day.
Every day.
Yeah, but she gives it right.
I do. I'm a
Gl-
sassy one.
Gloria's she don't take no crap.
I don't.
She's a fighter. But yeah, I mean, I have the most respect for her. I want to make sure she's good, taken care of. I like doing nice things for her. I like making her happy. I like making her feel safe and comfortable and loved. So, and I'm sure, or at least I think she's returning the favor. I hope.
I think I am. We have our faults, I'm not going to say that we're perfect.
Well,
Be honest.
maybe a little bit. I don't know.
No, but it goes both ways, whoever gets home cooks.
Hmm.
Today,
Today was we kind of tag teamed it.
yeah, it was weird. Well, it's not weird. It
Came out
happens
good too.
often. I made the salad and the rice, which amazing, came out good.
Very good.
And then he's really good at cooking tilapia, and it was perfect. I came home, worked on my sides. He came home, worked on his food, and we had dinner, and it was cool.
Yes. Perfect.
But like I said, it's a mutual thing. We really don't have, the typical gender roles that are usually like the norm or the expectation. Um,
Well, speaking of that, we were kind of talking about it yesterday with Gary and Rob that, um, the guy is supposed to be the leader and the head person, and what their rules is what you follow, and like come with the whole machismo thing or whatever. And I can, I don't think you have to kind of be respectful though. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be the dude and be barking orders and I'm the guy, and you know what I'm saying? It has to
no,
be
because I wouldn't be as receptive.
exactly. And we were kind of touching on that because I believe, I think Gary mentioned it, right? That's kind of what happened with him and his wife, where he was kind of like taking charge and kind of doing it the wrong way. And
Yeah, I believe so.
yeah, and then it kind of creates resentment. But, you know, but yeah, I mean, I don't, I don't think of it like that at all. It's a partnership more than anything. There's got to be harmony. That's what I said. There's got to be, it's a teamwork.
Right. I mean, I'm not on top of him to like do things and vice versa. If there's one day where I don't do laundry, it's not like a huge deal.
Yeah.
Or there are times when, I ask him to fold clothes or put his stuff away and he doesn't. And it's like, it,
And it's normal, right? When you're in a couple, you're going to get annoyed with each other.
right. I'm not going to say it doesn't annoy me because it does. But then it's like, do I really want to put in the effort to argue over some stupid laundry that didn't get put away?
Hmm.
No. I mean, to me, it's more important, and I discussed this with, the guys and you the other day, that I'm more worried about, like, are the bills paid? We have food on the table. Is there food in the fridge? Do the animals have what they need? Do I have what I need? Does, he have what he needs?
Right.
I want to make sure that everybody in the household is taken care of.
Right.
And see, this is another thing that Joel and I were talking about. Joel doesn't make me do anything. Um,
No,
remember,
I don't demand
y-
you to do anything.
no, I mean, I'll run errands for him, but it's because I'm home. You know what I mean? It's not
And I ask nicely.
right. No, no, really. It's not that he forces me to do things or he's like commanding me to do things. It's
No.
like because he is the way that he is with me, it naturally comes out of me to want to do things for him
Right.
and vice versa.
Yes, exactly.
And it works better that way than us to have conflicts. And I'm not going to say we don't argue because there are times where I'm in a funky mood and he's not receptive to it. We have little bickers or whatever, and then we get over it.
Hmm.
But, you know, that's a part of life. You know, people mess up, people get mad. Those are natural human reactions, whether you're a male or a female.
Right.
And I think that that's kind of what we do good is we communicate great in that sense. And I think that's important. That's important to have some sort of foundation. Like I said, I'm not perfect, you know,
Yes, that's true.
and you're not perfect. Definitely not. Not by a long shot. But, we have to learn to accept each other's flaws and we have to learn to kind of harmonize with things, you know?
And we love each other. We do all these things out of love and because we love each other.
Yes.
Why did you hesitate? I didn't like that at all.
He's being paranoid.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No. But yeah, I mean, it's it's crazy too, because now that I think about it, both you and I, we were like, man, I truly think we were made for each other or soulmates, or I don't know how you want to call it, because we click so well so fast. And then it's like it was almost like everything was built in already. The respect was built in there, the love was built in there, admiration, the willingness to help each other.
Things came very naturally.
Yes, it did.
Like, I never felt pressure to do anything. I never felt, you know, cornered. I never felt threatened, or you know what I mean?
Threatened. Wow. Well, actually, now that I think about it, she did think that I was going to do something to her in my apartment at the time.
Well, yeah, I mean,
All I wanted was to offer her to use let her use my bathroom before she.
to use the bathroom so bad.
And she was going to say no. Like, what was going to be the outcome there?
Oh, it
Oh,
would have been an embarrassing
yeah,
moment.
that would have been bad. Yeah, I asked her, hey, do you need to go to the washroom? Because she had like an hour plus drive.
Hour and a half, because it was a Friday in traffic, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But yeah, she didn't want to go to my bathroom because she didn't want to be trapped in there in my apartment.
No, it was like, no, I don't have to go. And then I was like, wait, I kind of do have to go. I was like, well, this is where I meet my end. All right, guys.
And now I can't get her out of the bathroom
No,
when I need to get in there.
I live in there.
Which this conversation can go in other directions, but I don't think we'll go there.
Yeah, let's not.
Everyone in the relationship knows where we're going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with us it was so natural and so like built in already.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's just wow. Now that when I think about it, it's like it's crazy because like we had the respect already. We had the like everything was just flowed
No,
perfectly.
and the thing is that I laid everything out in front for him in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I felt like sometimes I would try to, not consciously, but, subliminally try to push him away just because I'm a guarded person. I am so guarded with myself, and um I like to protect my peace. So, I would come up with reasons why it wouldn't work. And the more I like found reasons, that it wouldn't work, the more we connected and the more things fit together.
It's funny that you say that because I did none of that.
You didn't. I did. I know I did. And I would tell you that all the time,
I mean, I would. It's natural. Then, like when we were first together, it was natural. I think to think, how long is this gonna last? But like I said, it was so fast. Like, excuse me. I was like, man, I should. I should see if I could find some of these text messages I was sending people because it was like at one point. Actually, here I'm gonna tell you guys this funny story, and I know she's gonna cringe, and she's gonna roll her eyes, and she's gonna start denying things and whatnot. So here we go. One day, we were on a date on our many like thousand bajillion dates, and then when we got back to my apartment, I walked her to I walked her to her vehicle, and then we went to work saying goodnight, right? And she told me she loved me. And she's like, I love you. And the look on her face, you should have saw it. And I don't know more. I was kind of stunned for a split second. And then I'm like, oh, okay. I like pickles. But it's like, I, I didn't know what to do. So we kind of, said goodbye. And then I went back into my apartment and I was like, man, she said she loves me, but I was already like having feelings for you. So it was like, I couldn't even describe it because I was even like texting people like, hey, she said she loved me. I don't know what to do. And it's like, because I knew I was falling in love with you and I wanted to be with you. But then,
it's funny because I called after that day. I remember that I had to go pick up my cousin.
oh yeah, at
She
the
was
airport or something.
I don't remember where she was.
Yeah,
She was at another cousin's house, like I think in Melrose,
that
around that
far.
area.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, all right, I'm gonna go pick my cousin up. And I called her on the way. I was like, I'm on my way to pick you up. I'll be there like in an hour or whatever.
Mm.
And she's like, how was your date? And I was like, I was like, I know you're gonna kill me and you're gonna talk all sorts of crap. I was like, but I blurted it out. She's like, blurted what out? I was like, oh man, don't make me say it. She's like, no, you didn't. I was like, I feel so stupid. I just wanted the floor to open up and just swallow me. I was like, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say I love spending time with you, but it came out as I love you. And once that left my mouth, I was like, oh man, I just totally sabotaged this like relationship. She's like, you idiot, you don't do that. Like, how could you? You're smarter than that. You know, and then after I hung up with her, I called my sister and I was like, dude, I totally killed it. And she's like, how was it? Did you guys have a good time? I was like, everything was perfect. And I think that was where did we go? I think that was the night of the jack-o'-lanterns
Maybe.
or the Christmas lights. I don't know.
I don't
We were
remember.
doing all sorts of stuff at
We
that.
did so much stuff. It was not even funny.
And I remember that I was like, "Ugh, man, I was like, I totally messed it up. I was like, I can't see this guy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what happened? What did he do? I was like, no, he's good. I was like, I blurted it out. And she starts laughing. She's like, "No, you didn't." I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh my God, you dork." And she's like, "How could you?" I was like, "I meant to say I love spending time with you, but I was kind of like nervous, because we were still in that awkward stage, like yes and
Yes
no,
and no.
you
Yeah.
know." And I was like, he's not gonna call me ever. I was like, I know. I was like, I accept it. Oh, sorry. I messed that up. I was like, "Oh," I was so embarrassed.
But now look at you.
Yeah. Now you can't get rid of me.
Now we're paying for a wedding.
2 years later, we're still paying for it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, I mean, I already had my mind kind of made up.
No, and besides that, he had already told me that he was starting to develop feelings. He just didn't, specify like exactly what.
Mhm.
It could be, "Oh, I'm so in like with you," or you know what I mean?
And like, I've never heard that
I've
before.
heard that before.
Mm.
Where you don't necessarily love the person, but you really, really like them.
And that's a thing. You tell them I'm in like with you.
I've said that to somebody before in the past.
That makes no sense.
It does. I'm so in like with you.
Oi, no. People out there, drop us a line and tell us that's not a thing.
It is a thing for me. It is a Gloria thing.
Okay, well, what should we call these Gloriaisms?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what else would be a Gloriaism? I'm in like with you.
I'm in like with you.
Uh-huh.
That's fruitastic.
Oh, you're adorkable.
Yeah, I tell you that.
I
all the
actually
time.
like that one. She says I'm adorkable.
Adorkable. Yeah.
Yes. What other Gloriaisms?
Well, you know me better.
All right, about watch. This is gonna get entertaining. Gloria, what would be a Joelism? Here we go. Yep, I know it. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No.
That's my imitation of him when he's yelling at the dog.
Okay, and then what happens? Don't yell at my dog. And then 5 seconds later, she's yelling at the dog for something. Get out of there. Don't do that.
But those are my babies. I can yell at them.
The babies that don't want to cuddle with you
Well,
until you're trying to talk on the podcast.
No, Lola worships me. It's the cat that just doesn't want to get his life or her life together.
Well, it's a cat. Everyone knows how cats are.
She is the first cat that I've had that isn't attached to me.
Yeah, but she's kind of changing. She's starting to get a little bit more
Affectionate, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's on her terms.
But you figure she was still in the kitten stages. She's still trying to investigate everything. And
Oh, she gets into everything. I hate the fact that she will wait for me to open the door and she bolts
she
behind me.
runs because she knows that you're going to close the door.
We can't leave the bathroom door open after we shower because she goes in the bathtub. I found her in the sink the other day. I'm just waiting for her
It's
to.
just about amount of time before she starts unrolling the toilet paper.
I know. And she climbs counters now.
Well, yeah, she can jump now.
So it's like, you're so annoying. But I love her.
Yes,
I love all of my animals.
including her husband.
Yeah. Him especially.
Yes,
He's my favorite creature.
the ogre that's sitting across from her right now.
No.
No, that's not. No, that is not true. Stop it. Stop it right now. All right. So, yeah, I would do anything for this woman. And I'm almost certain she would do anything for this man.
Almost.
Almost. Is it like that Meatloaf song? I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I won't do that.
Yeah. He was kind of a nut job, wasn't he?
Yeah, he ended up being crazy.
What was it? Was it Celebrity Apprentice where he like snapped? Was he on the same season as Gary Busey? That's another guy.
I don't remember, but it was a disaster.
I thought he was gonna like legit attack Gary Busey because he just lost it.
They didn't like each other.
Well, then didn't they say Meatloaf had like anger issues
Oh, yeah.
and he had to go to a therapist to fix it or something like that?
Yeah.
But anyways, how the hell did we start talking about Meatloaf?
I don't know.
Meatloaf. What kind of name is that? I don't even remember what his real name was.
I never knew he had a first name. I just always have known him as Meatloaf.
His first name Meat, last name Loaf. Mr. Meatloaf.
Yes.
But yeah, I would do anything for you.
As would I.
Yes.
Can we get another cat?
No, absolutely not. This lady, she likes to push it.
I do. One of these days, I'm just going to show up with something.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Yeah, and then it's funny too because relationships do change, right? Like you have the kind of like your honeymoon period, and that goes not only for the romantic part of it, right? It goes for like other parts of it, like I guess. Well, I mean, if you look up relationship in the dictionary, it's not just a romantic thing, right? So it's like not only like the romance part of it, but you have like that honeymoon period, and then you get into like, well, I don't know what you call it, twilight period. I have no idea. But then you get very comfortable with each other.
I don't know that we had like these phases because we lived together before
We got
we
married.
got married. We lived in sin.
What is it? Cohabitating.
We cohabitated.
But I mean, I see what you're saying. That I mean, it was so natural, and like, I mean, it was like we've been together for years,
I mean, we even said that like after our first year, it felt like we had been together for like
for
longer.
a long time,
Right.
yeah. But then,
The
no,
old ball and chain.
yeah, ball and chain. But I mean, it's like I know what you're saying, but there's like, I mean, because you got to figure, and when we were first together, even though we got along so well and we were like friends, right? And then like there was still that awkwardness there, and then the awkwardness went away, and then we were like, then you kind of know each other better, and you know what makes the other one tick and what they like, don't like,
And what buttons to push.
what buttons to push, and then you figure out what makes the other person truly happy and feel safe,
Yeah.
right? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that we're still learning, like, because we change all the time, and our likes and dislikes kind of change, and but we always seem to be in sync with a lot of things.
I kind of see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I also want to say that there's what word am I looking for? Constant. We're both what's the word?
Evolving.
No. Consistent. So there's a consistency. Like it's not like I treat you nice one day and then not nice the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's a consistency.
I mean, there are days where I could be an asshole,
Well, that's anybody.
and there's days where you're in a bad mood, and it just happens, that's part of life.
This is true, but there's still a constant.
Of course.
There's, I think, the foundation is there, the foundation, and then, you know, I mean, we've only been married 2 years. Feels like we've been together 20 already.
Right.
But we have our solid foundation, and then we're building upon it.
Right. And it's not perfect because, like I said, we have our flaws.
Yes, she does have her flaws.
I do. I
Yes.
don't hide from that. I'm a person full of flaws. I'm honest
Oh,
about
so
that.
am I. Yes.
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 Um,
You should have seen the look she just threw me.
no, but I don't. Sometimes when we're arguing, because, there's a rare occasion where we do argue, we have to remind each other that we're on the same team.
It's funny you mention that because Gloria will say that to me. Like if we bicker about something or have a disagreement, she always tells me, "Hey, I'm on your team. Like we're on the same team."
Right. We're just not communicating efficiently at the moment.
And that makes me more angry. No, I'm just kidding. No, she's right.
No, but it's not about him winning or me winning an
No.
argument. We joke around like, oh, I win, but in all realness and like sincerely, it is a team effort.
hmm
When we're arguing, I have to constantly remind both of us, like, why are we arguing about this? We're on the same team, we have the same goal.
It usually ends up some very petty and
Right.
stupid.
Stupid. And it's
Yeah.
just like we don't even mention it after a while, you
Yeah.
know? Um, but yeah, I think that, what also has helped us along is the fact that I'm close to my family, or like at least my brothers and my mom and my sister and everybody.
Right.
And I feel like, you know, in the beginning it was kind of weird for everybody because I had never really brought somebody home and introduced him
Right.
as this is him.
Her mom thought she was joking when she first brought me over.
She did because in a lot of my other relationships, I was very private. You know, um a guy that I dated for I think it was 14 years. Um my mom had only seen him like once.
Barely.
And my brothers already knew him, but they didn't know him. They had just seen him like maybe 2 or 3 times.
Mm.
They all went to the same school. Um and that was it. You know, and it's like that was when I brought you home.
hmm
It was officially to meet my mom, which has never really 100% been like, this is my mom, this is my brother, and this is my other brother, and
Yeah.
these are their significant others, these are their kids, this is the dog, you know?
hmm
So it was kind of, I think the fact that we've worked so well is that you get along with my brothers and my mom. And that was a huge thing for me in my life. I always said that,
Yes, they are very great people.
right. And I've always said, I need my partner, whether they're my life partner or my boyfriend, because I was never expecting to get married. I was like, they have to get along with my mom. They have to get along with my brothers. They have to get along with my sisters.
hmm
There is no if, ands, or buts about it. You have to get along. Otherwise, this is not going to work. And everything happened like so naturally. My brothers were they were kind of cautious because, like I said, you were the first one that I brought home officially.
hmm
And they were kind of cautious. My mom was like, "Oh, are you sure?" you know, but they love him. My family has accepted him with open arms. My mom loves him, which is like a huge, like, whoa. You know, I
Yeah,
remember
well,
my siblings are very open to him, and I love that. And I think that that's a huge reason why we've worked so well is because you've been very receptive to my family. And since we've been together, I've been through some really tough times with my family,
hmm
with hospitalizations and people getting sick. And then recently with my grandma passing. And we've been through a lot family wise on my side,
right.
and I think that because my family sees how supportive you've been and how flexible you've been with, the time I spend with them and, sometimes not necessarily being home all the time. I think that's a huge, huge, huge factor into, why this works. So yes, you are awesome.
And you are awesome as well, Mrs. Rosario.
Yes.
So I think that's where we'll leave it today.
All right,
We felt like just cutting the mics on and chit-chatting a little bit with y'all.
y'all. What? This is actually our last episode of the season, right?
I believe it is.
Oh, dun dun dun.
So what do you have to give to the people?
My gratitude.
Sorry guys, we don't have like Amazon gift cards or anything.
No, we don't.
Maybe in the future we will, but I mean, I may have a toy or something I can give away.
No,
She doesn't want me to give any of my toys away.
our toys.
Yes, our toys. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Remember to check out Living by Oak Values and Northman Coaching. Gary Holtz, the Superior Mailman on TikTok. Go give him a visit, and great guys. It's both Gary and Rob over there at Northman Coaching and Living by Oak Values. So thanks for listening, guys. We do appreciate you. Please spread the word. Don't forget to visit the website at sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com if you want to drop us an email, anything at all, even if you want to just joke around or whatever. It is sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. And of course, don't forget the socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Just look us up. You'll find us there. And what else, Gloria Rosario? Anything to add?
Yes, if for some reason you don't feel like emailing us, you can always go to the drop down menu at our website and just go to contribute. There you can leave a message, jokes, criticisms,
Memes,
memes,
funny pictures,
positive, good stuff, negative, bad stuff.
bank account numbers. No, just kidding.
We're open to whatever. Yes. So thank you for joining us this season. We really appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time.
Of course. We'll see you on the next one, guys.
Bye.